so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one stop.
Alright guys, let's talk about this a little bit. Do you need the perfect van to start van life or to live van life? Well, that's kind of a loaded thing. I mean, you know, we would all love to have a expensive Sprinter or whatever, but in reality, most of us are on a budget, as I am. And so I found the perfect setup for me. You know, and it wasn't perfect. There was still a lot of stuff to do. But some I could do on my own. And some I have to do it a little at a time. You know, when you go to living in a van or living the van life, that is your home. And just as in living in sticks and bricks, you have to maintain your home. And you can build on your home, make it better. And that's what I'm doing. So no, you don't need the perfect van. There is no such thing as the perfect van. You just have to find the van that fits you, fits your personality, fits your way you want to live, how you want to live. That is my answer to that myth. You do not need the perfect van. Alright guys, on to myth number 3. This question is it expensive to do a van build? Well, it just depends. You can make it expensive. I mean, if you want to do a professional all-around build, you can do that, and it can be very spendy. My suggestion is move in the van at first and see what you need, where you need it. And I'm telling you now, Chrome on Van City Van Life from the beginning, how he moved into his van is the ideal way. Move in with a very minimal. Build you a bed out of 2x4s, get you a nice chest, and hit the road. For me, my van was converted already to an RV, but we stripped everything out, and I had an idea of what I wanted, and built it on a limited budget. But if I was starting over and didn't have that money in the beginning, I mean, and my build didn't cost that much as far as materials. But like if I was starting with nothing and not much money, I'd move in some house furniture and screw it down to the walls, and you know, a small dresser, maybe, you know, build you a bed as some 2x4s, or you can buy plastic stuff. Look at Matty Van Halen, how his van is set up. Very middle. That's a no-build van build to me. So check it out. I mean, no, it does not have to be expensive. That is a myth. A total myth. It does not have to be expensive. Alright, this next myth kind of relates to the last one. Is it impossible to build a van out yourself? Absolutely not. Like I said, you can put in house furniture, you can buy plastic cabinets, plastic dressers, and you don't not do that at all. Have bins, whatever it takes. But the idea is to move into that van and learn how you want your stuff set up. Move in first before you build it out. So no, you can't. That is a total myth, saying that you can't you can't build out a van yourself, because you can do a no van build, a no van build, and do it yourself. Another minimal van would be Van Life Rocks. Go check out his channel, and you'll see how his van is a very minimal build. I love it, because here's the idea to it, and he says it best. You're doing this life not to live in your van, but to live out of your van. I think that is the best advice I've ever heard about living in a van. You're doing it to live out of your van, not to live in your van. Oh, here goes the cats again. But anyway, check out Van Life Rocks. Also, great no-build van build on his. Alright guys, here's another myth. you always are at luxurious places, beautiful scenery. Not always true. It depends. If you're living city van life, you know, a city van dweller, you park where you can on back streets, side streets, you know, industrial areas. So it's not always pretty when you open that door. But you have the capability of going out on the weekends when you're off work, checking out beautiful areas, hanging out. If you're retired and living in a van, you can park where you want, you know, most of the time. I mean, it depends on your circumstances. But things aren't always beautiful. Things aren't always perfect. I see a lot of van channels with a young girl that has a Sprinter van, and she's built like a brick house, and everything's perfect. But that's not what van life's about. So it's not always beautiful. It's not always luxurious. It is like any other lifestyle. You have your ups and downs, your beautiful moments and your not so beautiful moments. So, but don't let that stop you from doing van life. So the truth to that myth is that it depends on your responsibility. It depends on how responsible you are. And they always seem to get into when you're trying to make videos. It depends on if you're a responsible person. You know, I do have a lot of cats. I have a bigger van. My cats also go outside when I'm parked. I have a Outback Jack kitty compound that I can take them out in, and they can stay out for a few hours at a time. And I walk some of them. But, well, also they have their shots. They're all spayed and neutered, and I feed them well. And I bathe them. I bathe these guys probably once a month. If I don't bathe them with full water, I have a non-water shampoo for cats. It smells like coconuts. It smells like a cabana in here when I bathe them all with that. It smells pretty nice. But no, that's a myth. I should. The statement is I shouldn't van life with pets. Totally untrue. I know a lot of van lifers that have everything from turtles to snakes to rabbits to cats to dogs, and they all do well. But it depends on how responsible you are. You have to be responsible for your animals. You have to think about, do I have to go to work in the day? If I had to work at living the van life and I was still working, I probably wouldn't have pets, because that would be 8 to 10 hours a day that they would be without me. But I'm retired. And so I'm with my pets and I'm with my van most of the time. The only time I'm away from them if I'm outside doing stuff or going to the store. So they are very much part of my everyday life, as far as I take them outside. They're a joy to have, because there's plenty that do it. If you want to learn more about that, definitely go to YouTube. Check out a lot of van channels with pets. Google it. You can see there's a lot of ways to do it. Another Chrome, he makes his living on YouTube, but he travels with a dog, and that dog's his best friend. So, you know, it's like, it depends. If you're a responsible person, you can have pets. You know, I'm very careful. I have my living quarters blocked off from the front. That way, when I'm stopped and I'm going to be in and out the van, the cats are in the back. They can't get out. And I also have ways to take them outside, like I said. So yes, you can have pets and live in a van. And excuse my van right now. I didn't make my bed. That's real van life. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Check out my channel member shout out right after this. See you next time.